Hi, I'm Jennifer Corey, and this is your weekly edition of Good-Hearted News. News that's good not only for your head, but for your body and always for your heart. We've compiled a couple of articles and some music and videos for you this week. And we have from the Greater Good magazine, which comes from the Greater Good Science Center out at UC Berkeley, an article on the loss of rituals and the challenges that we're dealing with well, first, the importance of rituals and the impact that they have on us individually and collectively as a society, and how they help us to turn events into things that are memorable and really special and important, and what it means when we lose those rituals as we have now. Jill Suddy is the author of that article, and she's interviewed Jan Stanley, who's an expert in creating rituals and the meaning behind rituals. And Jan offers some wonderful advice, just absolutely sage advice on how we can cultivate rituals, even in the presence of the challenges that we have during COVID-19, when we've lost the traditional ways of being able to celebrate things together and comfort each other in difficult times. So it's an article that is so worth reading. It's absolutely wonderful. We also have included an article by the Good News Network on nature pills. It comes from research that was done out of the University of Michigan about biophilia, meaning the impact that being in nature has on our nervous system. And some research that they had done in terms of having people go out and spend between 20 and 30 minutes a day in nature. And so, well, not everybody has the opportunity to be able to go and walk in a park right now. We understand because of all the restrictions. We all have access to nature in some way, shape, or form. And so if you're in more of a suburban or a sort of country kind of setting, you might be able to go out and sit in the grass or sit under a tree, to lie out at night and look up at the stars. This is really a time to do that. We have the time and the space to do it. And if you do, please, we're asking you to go ahead and give this a try for a week and notice if you feel any difference. But if you're somebody who lives in more of an urban setting and maybe in an apartment building and you don't have the access to a park right around you, there are other ways of being able to do it that are wonderfully suggested in this article as well. But to open a window, to listen to the sounds of nature, to tend to a plant in your own home, to close your eyes and smell the clean air, especially now. To notice a tree off in the distance. I did an interview recently with Karen Ravitch, and she talked about using a tree that was outside of her window as a point of focus of gratitude and opening of her heart. So it's a wonderful article, and we hope you enjoy it. We have a piece in there as well by Jack Kornfield, the great contemplative teacher, meditation teacher, and from the magazine Lion's Roar about bodhisattvas, and how this time of difficulty and challenge is an invitation for all of us to awaken this sense of a bodhisattva inside of us, which is somebody who takes a vow, to live with dignity and compassion and intention and love, no matter the circumstances. And he wrote a beautiful article about how we can all activate, connect to that bodhisattva inside of ourselves. And last, but certainly not least, we've included a piece here by Rick Broder, who wrote for CNET about all of the things that are available to us right now, all of the programming that has been made free, everything from Broadway shows and music lessons to free fitness apps and games and all sorts of things, audiobooks and e-learning. And so he has a whole list of those things. So all of those are, those links will be available for you. And I also had the privilege and the pleasure of interviewing Dr. Rick Hansen this week. And Rick is the author of The Buddha's Brain and Resilient, and a forthcoming book that he has, and Hardwiring Happiness, which was a New York Times bestselling book, and a forthcoming book that he has coming out in May called Neurodharma. And it was a really meaningful interview. I walked away from that interview feeling even more centered and calm and hopeful. And I believe that you will too. So I hope you get as much out of it as I did. And I hope you have a wonderful week, really, on behalf of all of us here at Heart Initiative and, and the team that makes up Good Hearted News. We wish you a wonderful week.